What's going on, Raider Nation? How are you guys doing today, man? I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you guys are staying safe. Doing all the appropriate protocols to have maintain a healthy surface in your lives right now, as I am. Um, Today's video is going to be a little bit more serious. It's not going to be all about football. We're going to have to kind of ditch from that just a tad. Because this is very serious. I think we all know why I'm here today. This is very serious stuff we're going through right now. The world is not safe right now, or people don't think it's safe. But as everybody starts to trickle in here, I want to plug my social medias because once again, this is the Raider channel. So if you guys haven't already, go ahead and go follow the M Raider Instagram, official Instagram of the M Raider services. There you get exclusive content and exclusive coverage that I don't put on YouTube because I don't have time to get on YouTube and put that stuff on there for you. And then I'm trying to start Twitter here. It hasn't worked out to how I want it to work out just quite yet, but I'm hoping that I'll gain some traction. Also, I have a few things coming in within the next 3 to 5 days that I ordered today that you guys probably will like to look at. So just keep that in mind. I'm not gonna give any sneak peeks. Anyways, Raider Nation, we're here today to talk about the virus, and I'm not gonna say the full word, because YouTube actually sent out a memo to its creators saying that we can no longer use the word. So we're just gonna call it the CB virus for today's video, or we can call it the Gobert virus, because Rudy Gobert tested positive. Anyways, that's just another topic for another day. We're here today because this virus has taken over to the world, pretty much. This is a global pandemic. This is not good. It is causing movie theaters, hotels, schools. In fact, I'm out of school until April 13th. It's causing schools, movie theaters, hospitals, even stores, sports leagues. Uh, Everything's just shuttering shut because of this virus. And right now, it's not good. Right now in California, this virus has uh 400,000 deaths currently. That's not good, guys. That's not good. This is also causing the economy to crash, and people are losing money that they're saving for their kids or for themselves for their future lives because the banks can't carry any more money. Simply. Here's why I'm here today, guys. I'm here today because one, they canceled my school until April 13th. So that means that I'm gonna be posting. I'm here today to explain my thoughts on this whole CB virus. I didn't think I was gonna have to do this. Come on, this thing doesn't want to load. Come on. Mm. Okay, well, sorry guys, it's back. But I'm here today to give my thoughts on this whole CB virus, and I didn't think I was gonna have to. I thought, okay, this is something global. Yeah, I already know about it, but I can keep it under wraps. But it's time, guys. It's time. It's time, because not only has my school been canceled, 44,000 schools around the world, not even just in California alone, have been canceled, and more than 400 million students are out of school because of this whole virus, and that's not good. And I'm here to explain my thoughts on it. So this CB virus obviously started through somebody in Wuhan, China, who decided they were going to eat a bat. First of all, guys, please learn something. Don't eat don't eat uncommon animals. Don't digest uncommon animals, please. Don't do it. Please don't. Please don't. Please don't. Please don't, man. Just don't do it. Don't do it. Anyways, and so this bat was carrying this CB virus, and so it's not good. And so people in China and Japanese officials and all that, they try to keep it under wraps, but obviously it got out. In my opinion, this CB virus is like a domino effect. And let me explain how. Okay. So first of all, you get sick, right? This is like a glorified flu. Okay. Just recently, the media has started overhyping it, overreacting to it, which is why I also think everything's shuttering around the world. When everything shutters, there's no more businesses, no more schools, no more, restaurants, no more movie theaters, no more aquariums. Disneyland even closed too. Disneyland closed too for about a month and a half, which is crazy. That's supposed to be the happiest place on earth. It's not even open. That's pretty sad. Okay, and so what happens is when there's no more businesses, the stocks crash. When the stocks crash, people run out of money, which means they can't save up for their future lives. When they have no money, they have no savings. When they have no savings, their lives and their future are at risk. When their life, when their future lives are at risk, it's not good. So that's only one part of the equation. So then, all this is related around money. Okay. So then, what happens is these big companies and firms run out of money and are not able to, function. And this is why they're shuttering. After this, big mainstream media gets grips on this and decides, wow, we got to figure out what we're doing here. As America, we gotta see what we gotta do here. So what we do is we turn our attention to the president. So what the president does is he declares a national state of emergency. Okay, and I know I'm basically saying everything, but like I said, this is like a domino effect. Okay, so after this happens, everybody freaks out. They're like, okay, let's not spread the virus, so let's close everything. So that's where they close schools, movie theaters, everything I just said, right? Arenas. So then after that, they're like, wait, everything's closing, but wait, the entertainment industry is also going to collapse. So what happens is because they're running out of money and because jobs are suspended for the moment, sports leagues like the NBA, the XFL, you know, the um, MLS, MLB, NHL suspend because there's no more money. After this happens, okay, the arena workers lose out on all money. Once all this is done, okay, it spreads to the younger generation. And if you guys didn't see my rant on Instagram, I am very pissed. I am very concerned, in fact, that these schools have not taken the time to educate the younger generation about this whole situation. Let me tell you why. Okay. So, obviously, when something happens around the world, it's obviously on the global news. You go on ABC World News, it's on there. Okay. These little kids start to hear about it, right? And they're like, "Oh my god, no, I'm gonna get sick. I'm gonna get the flu." They start crying, and these younger generations are very concerned by what's going on. So what they do, instead of having these schools who have tons of resources, by the way, especially if you live in California like me, you would understand. These schools get paid tons of money off welfare, tons of money on just tons of money, just too much money. Tons of people who have to pay for these welfare people who are upset and are trying to get these propositions failed to stop that movement, right? All right, guys, we're back. Anyways, like I said, so that's what happens. And so when this all happens, okay, like I said, these younger generations freak out. And so for whatever reason, these schools get all kinds of money, but every time, even if you don't live in California, maybe some of you guys can agree to me with this, but so these schools are always asking for money. Like, what do they do with it? Anyways, so what happens is, although these schools have tons of resources to inform these younger generations about what's going on around the world, um, they don't. So then they rely on the parents to go ahead and tell the kids. Unfortunately, some of these parents aren't as educated as others are in telling their kids. Unfortunately, most of the kids that are worrying about this are about age groups of 5, 6, 7, 8, little toddler kids, right? On top of all this, it's stressful on the parents. So then the parents start calling the school districts, and so this is where the last domino falls, right? So then what happens is these school districts start having meetings. You know, they start emailing their superintendents or whatever. And so what happens is the last domino falls in which they shutter everything they can. Stores run out of food. Everything. And so what happens is because the media overhyped this whole situation, 44,000 schools or plus are closed. First of all, the media needs to shut up. Like, this is not good. Okay. Second of all, for you people that think, most of my viewers here are teenagers, right? For you people that really think we're all gonna die here because of this virus, no, we are fine, guys. We are fine, and let me tell you why. Yes, this virus can be spread to anybody within the span of 3 hours, right? So that's what the FAA says, anyways. The Department of Health says, anyways. So um, so like I'm saying, what happens is, oh man, come on. Anyways, guys, I'm really sorry about my bad connection. There's nothing I can do about it. But like I'm saying, I appreciate whoever's sticking by here to all these technical difficulties. But like I'm saying, what I'm saying is, you know, so what like I'm saying, what happens is all this happens, right? All these stores run out of money or whatever, and it's not good. So then, like I'm saying, what was I saying? I was saying, oh yeah. So to all these people that think we're gonna die, no, we are gonna be fine. Yes, like I said, this virus is spreadable within 3 hours through the air or whatever. But this virus is like a glorified flu, which is why I also think the media is overreacting. Because as long as you get your flu shot, as long as you wash your hands, as long as you do some stuff, some quality stuff to keep your body in hygiene, you're gonna be okay. Unfortunately, some people don't. Unfortunately, the media is like a big talking elephant, and what they do is they try to get money off of all this going on, and that's what they've done. Big companies like ABC, big companies like even presidential campaigns, they're all just it's it's not good, obviously. Um, and so this is all happening while the president is trying to figure out what to do. So yeah, like I'm saying, to all these younger generations, unless your loved one is over 60, we're fine. That's pretty much it. And if your loved one is over 60, be really careful. If you got a grandpa, grandma, aunt, uncle, um, some elder family member of yours out there who is over that age, be careful, please. Just take good care of them. That's all you got to do. So like I'm saying, now we're looking at the president, President Trump, and we're trying to figure out what we're gonna do. And all he can do is cancel. I mean, put a state of emergency out, and that's where the last domino falls. Now, let me tell you why I'm very concerned. I'm very concerned because one, like I said, the media doesn't shut up. They're a talking elephant. They're making this way worse than it needs to be. I mean, come on now. It doesn't take a genius to understand this whole thing. I actually have a follower on Instagram, and I wish I could have him in here right now, or at least I wish he could be watching my videos to, help me better explain it. But I think I've got it all on point. Anyways, um, I'm very concerned because I'm a high schooler. I'm a 10th grader. I'm a sophomore. My school district canceled school yesterday until April 13th. This is very concerning. And why is this very concerning? Well, the school year ends in June. Okay, we are in March. We are like 3/4 of the way past the school year. Okay, and they just shutter school because I mean they have no other options, and President Trump put out a state of emergency. So I mean, there's really no other options. So this worries me because it's another domino effect. There are like 9 separate domino effects going on with this virus, and it's unbelievable. It really is. You got to put it all together in one to under. It's almost like a food chain. I think of it as like a domino effect mixed with a food chain. If one species eats another, they just start eating each other, and they come out with some final product. And that's what's going on. One domino falls, other 900 some fall too. You know, um, sports get canceled. 3 days later, schools get canceled, theaters get canceled, Broadway has gone dark, Disneyland closes. It's basically like a domino effect. It really is. And I mean, this is crazy because we're a Raiders YouTube channel here, and I'm over here talking about life. Never thought I'd have to do this. Anyways, like again, connection cut out again. Gotta love my connection. Anyways, so like I'm saying, right? Like I said, I'm very concerned because of this. And so now the schools have shuttered. 400,000 plus kids are out of school. In California alone, there are 44,000 kids out of school. Okay. Could you imagine in other big states? Right now, the only state that doesn't have the virus is Virginia. Virginia does not have a confirmed case. Um, but like I was saying, when the whole sports industry went down, everything else went down. It all hell broke loose pretty much. That's all. I can't sugarcoat it any more than that. It really did. Um, so what I'm saying is, I'm very concerned, and I don't, I mean, who likes school? But my education is very important to me, right? Which as it should be. And I'm really kind of upset that some of these teenagers and some of these school kids don't look at it with uh, a good set of eyes. They don't look at it full picture, and that starts at home. That's not something I can control, but I'm just saying. Um, Shout out to my parents; they teach me well. um, love them both. Anyways, like I'm saying, it. So us going to a frantic. Okay. So then what happens is school shutter and they tell their kids quarantine, please don't go out. Some families just won't listen. I mean, this virus could be going on until next year. Yes, they found a cure, but they need to test it on somebody, which they haven't done. Sorry guys, I was looking at my phone. I got a notification. Um, so yeah, like I said, school shutters, and so what happens is these parents go into a frantic. They go to Walmart, they go to Costco, they go to Winco, they go to uh, grocery outlet. They go to Sam's Club. They go to all these stores looking for food. All right, they see no food because the kids have to stay home for at least 4 weeks. I'm stuck at my house for 4 weeks because school got canceled. So after this, they freak out even more. Wait, we have jobs. Kids are out of school. What are we supposed to do about our jobs? Now, I'm not saying this is all for all parents because some kids are teenagers who can take care of themselves like me. But for those younger kids, not everybody can afford a babysitter. Not everybody can afford everything that's quintessential to a situation like this. And for most people, this is like uncharted territory. It really is. We've, as America, we've never dealt with something like this before. The closest we've gotten to this is 9/11, and that's a fact. So, like I'm saying, pretty much to sum it up, guys. I know I've been talking a lot, but I'm trying to get my point of view out, and I think this is very important. So, um, like I said, school shutters, and we're looking for food. There's no food. There's no, my mom went to a local Costco the other day, and actually they have rules now where people can only take one case of water, two things of toilet paper, and like one thing of paper towels. That's crazy. That's not even food. That's life quintessentials. Like that's crazy. It's crazy. All because somebody ate a bat. Oh my god. Anyways, so what happens is, these parents realize, wait, we can't take, what are we gonna do with our jobs? So most of these parents have to sit at home, not get paid, unless there's some kind of qualifying thing in their contracts or whatever, and they don't get money, which leads to the fact they can't support their family, which then leads to things like people having to go get food stamps, people on welfare. I mean, it could range from anywhere, right? I'm just saying. So then this also leads to kids not getting any education, kids not learning anything over the next 4 weeks. I mean, I know some schools have technology nowadays, but not all schools do. This doesn't even like qualify to my school. My school has technology, but this is to every school. They're staying at home. The parents can't take care of their kids because they're at work. They can't. Some parents can't afford a babysitter. You know, um, and I'm talking about the younger crowd, like the really young crowd. Like I mean, I'm fine because I'm a teenager or whatever. So I mean, this goes beyond, like I'm saying. And so the whole domino effect falls out where the parents are in crisis because while they're expecting their kids to be at school, they're not, and so they're not allowed to quit their jobs. They're not, they can't support their families. The kids are at home doing nothing. Uh, it just depends on what the lifestyle is in in your household. But I'm just trying to scope it all together. And it's like a domino effect. That's what this whole thing has been, and it's really sad. And I think the whole reason why this is happening is because the media has hyped it up. Done story. So as a student, I am very concerned for parents, for kids, and for sports programs at school. All sports programs are suspended right now. Everywhere you look, college, uh, professional leagues, uh, high school sports, it's all done. And so for the kids that play sports, um, it's not good either because they are not going to be able to go to practices because that's just against the law for the coaches to go on and down like that. They're going to be all bent out of shape going back to their sport, which then delays seasons. It's not a good situation to be in right now for America. Some people are smart with the situation, like me, and then some people are just not. They're freaking out. And these little memes are funny and all, but at the end, we have to look at this as a nation, and we're not doing that. It's just, it's sad to say. It's really sad to say. So, those are my concerns about the coronavirus. Oh, I said the word. I'm gonna get in trouble. Ah, nah, I'll be fine. But they said not to. They said not to use the word. Anyways, those are my concerns about the virus, and in my opinion, it's like a domino effect in this story. So, as you guys know, yesterday I'm actually gonna. Hold on, I need to breathe here. I've been talking for 24 minutes. Let me know what you guys think about this whole coronavirus. I think I explained it pretty well. Let me take a moment and breathe. I need to take a moment and breathe here. Okay, I think I'm good now. So that's my whole take on the coronavirus, and now let's go ahead and go to what that means for my services, my operations. And actually, this whole thing happening is good for my operations. I will be home until April 13th. This now means I will be able to be more active. You guys are gonna see me going ham on YouTube, and I'm actually really excited. I really am, despite the fact I'm still worried about my educational state. Um. So, anyways, like I'm saying, you know, I'm gonna be out of school till April 13th. That's what it's looking like right now. It could change. I hope it does change because this is getting really bad. And That means good things. I had a few cool things planned for March on my programming schedule, but this whole thing just opens up tons of days for me. It really does. Um, from March 18th, 19th, and 20th. Maybe okay. No, I'm lying. March. Okay, so March 16th, 17th, 18th, 19th, and 20th, a whole week. I will be coming to you guys with free agency coverage. Yeah, 5 straight days. This happened last year. I was at school. I would have come home at like 6 o'clock and have to record all of this, but now I can just pick up my laptop and record it anytime I want. I'm gonna be really active, and let me tell you, I'm gonna be able to cover free agency really well this year, and I am more than excited. Now, this virus could also have effects on the free agency start. The NFL is thinking about delaying the start of the new league year as free agents have to travel, and everybody's traveling is just not it right now. It's being canceled all over the place. So they might delay the start of free agency. We'll find out tomorrow, actually, because the legal wait, hold on. The legal tampering period opens on Monday, which means teams can start contacting agents and players about their feelings on free agency. I've covered free agency on this channel for 2 years. First year I did that, I actually broke my arm, so it really wasn't good. I had to kind of like hold my phone like this. It wasn't good. It really wasn't. Second year it was good, but I was really stuck in school. So this year though I'm gonna be going ham. This year I will be grinding with the free agency coverage. You guys are gonna enjoy it. Be ready for a full week, March 16th through 20th. I'm going live every day at like 3 o'clock p.m. Time will change, and we're just gonna have tons of fun. This year's the year everything's gonna hit, and this free agency is gonna be a movie. This free agency is really gonna be a movie. Brady hasn't had any communication with the Patriots. Players like Xavier Rhodes, Delaney Walker, Thomas Davis. We all know Tahir Whitehead got released. There's just the quarterback options are there. The receiver market looks good. It's like where do all these quarterbacks go? Defensively, we brought in Christian Kirksey, Joe Schobert is gonna, get some interest. This free agency is gonna be a movie, and nobody knows how it's gonna end. And I'm very happy I get to be home and sit through it all. Pretty much Monday through Friday, I am sitting there and I am sitting there with NFL Network on my screen a whole entire week. I'm literally gonna be sitting right here the whole entire time. No doubt about it. Now this also means I will have more time to go ahead and um, make my annual Raider Nation Draft Profile series, where I look at tape from these college athletes, and we decide whether they're a good fit for the Raiders or not. We did that last year. 4 weeks, guys. Woo, 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 woo. It's gonna be really exciting. I plan to open up that series on March 20th, right when free agency comes down, and I need some names. So leave some names down. Prospects I will be looking at. I should be looking at in the comments. We'll obviously be looking at the you know obvious prospects like Jerry Judy and CeeDee Lamb, uh, Isaiah Simmons, Patrick Queen, all those guys. But then we'll also be taking a look at prospects like uh, Jonathan Taylor, prospects like Jalen Hurts, Jalen Regor, prospects like that Adam Treadman out of Dayton College. Never heard of that school, but that's gonna happen. Um, just all kinds of prospects. We'll be going from high end to low end. Gotta look at them all, right? Because you get diamonds in the rough. So what I'm basically saying is my coverage is going to expand. I will be going ham on the YouTube stuff, and I cannot wait to show you guys what I have planned. This year's coverage on free agency and on the draft is going to be really good because I'm going to have more time on my hands. Not everything will be rushed. Ha! It's great. It's great, but I'm still concerned about my education because education becomes for YouTube. Sorry, guys, but uh, yeah, that's my plan. Also, let me let you guys know something. For you guys that have followed my operations until since um since May, since May, since January, you guys have known that I'm supposed to be going to the Raider Fan Convention in Phoenix on May 2nd. However, I don't know how long this whole epidemic's gonna last. So it might get canceled, and I'm gonna be really sad because I'm really banking on that bank. I'm really banking on that event to continue because I really want to go and spread my business, but I don't know if that's gonna happen. I will update you guys constantly, but no guarantees, no promises. That's pretty much. So in all, the top things to be looking out for while I'm off all these 4 weeks are March 16th to the 20th, free agency coverage on this channel. I will be updating you guys with every Raider free agency signing, every rumor, every update, every cut possible. First through April 21st, a whole month, I will be doing my annual Raider Nation Draft Profile series, where obviously I take on these young kids coming out of college and we look to see if they're good enough. Pretty much all it is. We sit down and watch hours of tape. I really want to get an intro made for that, almost something like John Gruden's quarterback camp thing, but I don't know. If somebody knows how to do that for me, let me know. I'm gonna be in contact with a few people. Um, so go ahead and be expecting that. Also, like I said, I also ordered a package of something that I think you guys are gonna like. I'm not giving any sneak peeks, but hey. So yeah, just get ready for a whole flurry. It's going down. Yeah, guys, it's going down. So just go ahead and keep your eyes peeled and the Instagram and stuff like that. And I guess we'll take it day by day. But as of right now, unless they cancel free agency or unless they move free agency until tomorrow, or unless they move free agency started free agency tomorrow, I plan to have my free agency coverage from March 16th to March 20th, and then from there we'll take it day by day. But until the Raider Nation, that's my updates on this whole thing. I won't be going to school for 4 weeks because of this whole thing. And until the Raider Nation, as always, go Raiders.